and welcome to Nelson Show. I'm Nelson, your host. I'm gay and I'm proud. Today we're going to talk about an issue that is going to be short, the show today. I mean, I always say the same, but you know, I always put more things and more things. But since I'm not doing a show for a long time, today I want to talk about one issue that is transgender people. We are going to talk and we're going to see videos today. Some of them are hard if you're sensitive to surgery or if you're sensitive to all that thing. Be aware that we are going to see today we are going to see a surgery, a complete surgery, how to transform a male to a female. But before all that, I want to say thanks to all the people that is watching the page. IGTV is growing day by day, a little bit more, and all the people that is putting all your efforts and all the trust on me to do this show and to have this page. Thank you very much for all those people that trust me, that thanks God there is a lot of them. But let's talk about, like I say, transgender and what transgender means. There is when I was making my speech, when I was reading and studying about this issue, I found out something that I didn't know. Transgender is still considered. It's still in the book of the mental health disorders, and it's for the reason that, let me see here, the 16th of October 2009, all the transgenders people around the world, they manifested because they want to change that thing from the book of the mental health, the American book of the American health. But what is a transgender person? What is a transgender person? Everybody can be transgender in a moment, in between into the sexuality that you have, into the gay world that we have. I can say that maybe I'm a transgender that way. I put feather. I move as a woman. I have my hormones and I have my genes doing that way. There is a nice, go to the interviews, and there is in the page there is a nice interview where they explain the different, and where the National Geographic give you a little explanation of where the homosexuality come from, or the biology.
Adam's behavior is called
how they explain it. Sorry, in my English so short sometimes to do TV. Transgender people is the people, let's say, they're born, and when they realize, when they have a certain age, they realize they are not happy with the body that they have, with the sex that they have. Their mind and their body is a conflict between them. It's a problem with they don't accept the sex. It's not like me being homosexual that I accept my sex, and as a lesbian that they accept their sex. Transgender is just a mental suffering because they have something that they don't have to have. So, thanks God, let's see the surgery and the science go really far away, and right now you can have a sexual, we badly call it sexual change. And the really thing that we have to call this is the genital reconstruction. Is badly called sex change. But I was saying before, the transgender people is like living in a body that it doesn't belong to them. Many people, many of them suffer, or many of them take the resolution or take the decision to get that surgery, that operation. That is not easy. It can be really traumatic, but is what is going to make them feel what they want to feel and get inside the society as they want to get in the society. A man that is want to be a woman as a woman, and a woman that want to be a man as a man. We have I'm Spanish, everybody knows that, and we have an example in Spain, Carla Antonelli. And Carla Antonelli is now a member of the Parliament of Spain. She did fantastic things in Spain, and we are going to have a chapter, and we are going to have a show talking about her someday, because she really did everything possible in the world to get everything, and she's fighting for the rights in Spain, for the transgender's rights in Spain. And let me tell you that Spain is one of the countries that has a lot of rights for the transgender people. Even in Malaga, in the state of Andalusia, the surgery is paid by the government of Andalusia. But let's talk about that surgery, and let's talk about Spain also. And look at what Spain is doing already about the transgender's rights.
Con amore, su un sorriso che tocca il cuore, inventiamoci anche un domani per volare, per poter anche sognare ciò che ancora sconosciuto.
IKEA, one of the companies that is you already saw some of the ads in the page if you are looking at it, and now IKEA is accepting and is using, and I don't want to call it using, it's a show, it's a way to show how easy I don't want to say that word, and how acceptable is in Spain to be transgender. Before I finish, before I continue with the talking about the reconstruction, the genital reconstruction, and all the procedure that take, all the time that I take, all the suffering that I take, I want to say that the American Manual of the Mental Diseases or Mental Disorders, where the transgender people or the transgender issue is still there as a mental disease, as a mental disorder, is going to be changed in 2013. The manual is almost ready, and it was going to be published in 2012, but it's going to be ready, and they're going to change the name for they're going to change the men from gender mismatch. Sorry. So after the 2000 finish of end of the 2012, beginnings of 2013, is going to be considered as a gender mismatch. That is going to be the expression that is not going to be a mental disease anymore. So I imagine that in 2012, 2013, we are going to have a big, huge party to celebrate this, especially in the countries, so many countries, and they're having problems, and we are going to talk countries about that they're doing the surgery and all the stuff as well. So coming back to the genital reconstruction and not sexual change, let's start to talk. Well, depending of the country that you are and the country that you decide to have the surgery, you have to pass for a psychiatry test. You have to have the report of a psychiatrist, psychology, or psychiatric, where it say that it's not going to be any problem for you to change, that that's what you really want, and that's what your mind decide. That's what your mind is made for. That's what your mind is made. Your mind was made to be a man or to be a woman, and you are in a different body. After you have that report, you are going to pass for something that is called the process of sex resignation. The process of sex resignation. The process, it takes about 1 year to 2 years. When you decide, when you talk with your surgeon, you talk with your doctor, you talk with your GP, you talk with your psychiatrist, and you decide. You are the one that decide. They are the one that are going to support you. You have to start to dress as a woman. If you are a man and want to be a woman, using makeup, using exactly or not using makeup, acting as a woman that you want to be in the future. And if you're a man, if you're a woman, you have to dress as a man the way that you want to dress in the future, and be using, acting and using everything as the person that you're going to be. That is going to be for the term of 1 to 2 years, depending of what your psychiatrist and sexology also say, to be ready for the surgery. So that you have to be 24 hours a day in your family, in your work, in your, if you take the decision, if you made the decision to be to change your sex, you have to do it right, and you have to do it 100%, because if not, you are going to be another thing. You are not going to be a transgender person. You are going to be another of the ways of the transgender. You can be. Let's talk about that later. And you have to pass for for almost 2 years of living as a woman or living as a man, 24 hours, 7/24, 35 and 365 days a year. For 2 years, you have to be passing that. I'm not playing with that. Don't be half man when you need to, I have woman when we need to. No. Plus, you have to pass also through a treatment of hormones that is going to be preparing